Because again, I really just can't get over the very brief exchange between Dunk and Maekar. Like, I think
Yes.
that might be my still, even after reading, the other two, I think that's my favorite, like, little excerpt is that.
Oh, I
It just
love
really
that.
got me for some reason. I don't know, the honesty of it and I don't know. I think Maekar is a really interesting character. I'd love to know more about him.
I really enjoy Maekar. I definitely didn't like him when we were first introduced. I was like, "You're a pompous ass,"
He's the
but
cool Stannis.
he has
Yeah,
He is. He's cool, Stannis.
it. Yeah,
totally.
he's what Stanish wishes he was, and he has hair. So
That
there's
totally
all.
tracks. That's so funny because I was just about to say, like, he's so, he's always described as like sulking, and that's also very Stannis coded.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that Makar just has like a lot of complex feelings, and especially when it comes to Baelor, like he's blaming himself because he probably feels somewhat responsible because he didn't hold back, but he's also trying to figure out, like, was it an accident, or did I really want to hurt my brother? Like, was I really that mad at him? Like, there's definitely a lot of complex feelings there. And like obviously there are too with Arion. Like he was hoping so much for Arion to be like his star son, and he I think ignored a lot of the warning signs with him. And so like, and then to actually have to face it and have to look at it, be forced to look at what his son really is, that's hard.
Yeah.
Makar's yeah, the like double inferiority complex of like I'm a fourth son and my brother is like the shit, everybody loves
The
him,
best. Yeah.
coupled with my sons are not like living up to expectations. So it's like he
Yeah.
has this like sort of double uh complex of like he isn't capable of like living up to the expectations or like living up to what his brother is, and his kids are constantly disappointing him,
Disappointing him for
where
sure.
like and so he's like any avenue towards his respectability or whatever you want to call it is just constantly being sort of like undermined, and he feels sort of out of control, I think, of all of that. And so it's, obviously very George that that is the guy who then becomes king. And it is his son that he didn't expect to ever be considered for positions of power who ends up in power um, after him. So yeah, it's such a very George thing. But the the insecure guy is the one who is going to rule.
I
Classic.
don't. Okay, so now in the chat, is Makar just Stannis with hair? I don't think so, because Makar makes a lot of decisions that Stannis never would have made. When Makar is faced with the reality that Dunk hits him with, of, hey, look at how your other kids turned out. Like, do you
Yeah,
really?
Stan is gonna let Shireen go off like a
No,
fucking hedge knight or patch
no.
face and like what am I trying to say? Gallivant across the goddamn
Jolly Grant.
Westeros?
Makar,
Like, I don't think so.
Jolly Van.
Gonna
Jolly
be
Vant.
Makar
Bran's
is
Listen,
gonna
I
be a
faced
tell him
Jolly
every
with
Vant
time.
across Westeros.
the difference is that Makar is capable of growth, and he's faced with, I mean, a few decisions, and he makes the right choice each time when he's faced with the reality of, like, you should probably do this because it didn't work out for you that time. Like when it comes to Bloodraven and keeping him on as Hand of the King, he didn't like Bloodraven. He couldn't stand him. But at the same time, I think that Makar, like, obviously we don't know this because we don't have the context for why he kept him on. But I think that Makar probably saw that Bloodraven was capable of doing what he didn't do. And that's the necessary thing. Like, and Makar realizes and understands that his honor got in his way before, and that's what cost him a brother. And so he decided to keep Bloodraven on because Bloodraven's always going to make the decision that's practical, whether it makes him unpopular or not, whether it's honorable or not. He's always going to make the practical choice.
And
So I think, oh, go ahead.
I think too, one of the big differences between Stannis and Maekar is who their brothers were and the relationships that they had with their brothers.
Yeah.
Like, Baelor tried. Like, it was very clear that he put a good deal of effort into trying to have a a strong relationship with a brother who was clearly so different from him, and that he like I felt like in the brief exchanges that we saw, like it was pretty clear he just accepted that that's how Maekar was, and he was like, this is my brother, he is my brother, and so he's just going to do that, and then I'll pull Dunk aside and be like, look, my brother is my brother is my brother, so I got to do this battle.
Hmm.
And just like the dynamics, the brotherly dynamics being so different, I think account for the biggest differences between Stannis and Maekar.
I also think that Maekar loved Baelor. There may have been some resentment there, but he loved Baelor.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, I think that that's a part, like, that's what he battles with, because he loved his brother, but he was also angry with him. And, all the feelings. Maekar will make you feel all the feelings. So, very complex character, and I really enjoy him. So, I can't compare him to Stannis because...
No, I mean, they're definitely, like, there are, I feel like the
There are
things that a lot of people
similarities.
describe that they like about Stannis that I can be like, yeah, okay, I'll give you that. You can get in him.
Yeah.
And then some.